Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us gather together to do city business. Lord, give us the knowledge to do the things that's right for the citizens of Mount Carmel and for the county as well, dear Lord. Lord, we pray for each and every one of the people that's here, that you continue to bless them, touch them, and lead them. Lord, we ask all these things in your precious holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Alderman Sugar.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick.
Here.
Alderman Cross.
Here.
Alderman Shooter.
Here.
Alderman Benstock.
Here.
Alderman Gillum.
Here.
Vice Mayor Bear.
Here.
Mayor Gibson.
Here. All right, just want to appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We've got a little bit of an agenda here, so we'll go ahead and just get started. We'll move on to item number 6. Approval and correction of the minutes of the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting dated April 23rd, 2026, monthly financial report and department reports.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Sugar, second by Alderman Benstock. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Takes us to visitors' comments. Anybody like to make comment tonight? All right, then we'll move into old business. Item number A, second reading and public hearing of ordinance 26-546 budget amendment and the fire department grant. So as far as the public hearing goes, do we need to just open the public hearing for each one of these and then close it? Okay. So I'm going to entertain a motion to open the public hearing for the budget amendment.
I make a motion.
I have a motion by Alderman Sugar, second by Alderman Benstock. So we'll declare that open. Does anybody want to speak in regards of the
Budget amendment.
Thank you, budget amendment? Entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion by Vice Mayor Barry to close the public hearing, second by Alderman Benstock. All in favor?
Aye.
So now we'll entertain a motion to bring that to the floor.
Motion.
A motion by Alderman Sugar to approve the ordinance.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Bear. Discussion on the ordinance. Tyler, you want to just give us a quick recap on that one for the fire department?
Yes, this amends the 2025-26 budget by adding $47,370 in a grant that the fire department received from the State Fire Marshal's Office for extrication equipment.
Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick.
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Shooter.
Yes.
Alderman Benstock.
Yes.
Alderman Gillum.
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear.
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes, motion carries. I'll move us to item number B, second reading and public hearing of ordinance 26-547, adoption of the annual budget for fiscal year 26-27. So we'll go ahead and declare the public hearing open. Anybody want to speak in regards of the budget? Entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Benstock, second by Alderman Sugar. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So now entertain a motion to bring that to the floor.
Motion to bring it to the floor.
Have a motion by Vice Mayor Bear,
Second.
second by Alderman Sugar. Floor is open for discussion on the budget. Anybody have any questions, comments, or anything on the budget? Roll call.
Alderman Patrick.
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Shooter.
Yes.
Alderman Benstock.
Yes.
Alderman Gillum.
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear.
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes, motion carries. That'll take us into item number A, new business. First reading of ordinance 26-548, repeal of ordinance 26-535 for the municipal judge appointment. Entertain a motion to
Motion.
Second.
have a motion by Alderman Sugar, second by Alderman Benstock. Floor is open for discussion. Tyler, would you like to go over that?
Yes. This ordinance repeals ordinance 24-535, which appointed Jim Williams as municipal judge. This clarifies that appointments should be made via resolution and not by ordinance in the future. The ordinance also did not define a term, which conflicts with the municipal code, which says the term is 2 years. His 2 years comes up in July. We want to just clarify this from a record standpoint so that when it comes to the June meeting, we can bring him forward through a resolution for his next 2-year term, should you approve that.
I did not realize previously that was done as an ordinance for an appointment for him.
It was in 2024. It should probably have been done as a resolution.
Right, because that means we'll have to have this reading and the next reading next month as well
Right.
to repeal the ordinance, then do it in as a new resolution next month?
Yes.
Okay. Is everybody on board with that?
Yep.
We can do the resolution after the ordinance
After the
next
ordinance,
month.
second, right. We'll have second reading next month and the resolution
Yes.
same month.
Can the terms not be from 2 years to 4 years?
It's spelled out in the municipal
It's in the
code.
code.
So we would have to change the municipal code to do that. It is part of the municipal code and it's locked into our ordinances.
Any other questions in regards to ordinance 26-548? Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick,
Yes.
Alderman Cross,
Yes.
Alderman Schubert,
Yes.
Alderman Benstock,
Yes.
Alderman Gillum,
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear,
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes. Motion carries. Takes us to item number B, discussion and consideration resolution 26-678, appointment of town attorney. So with this resolution, looks like we've got two different options. So before we make the motion and bring it to the floor, we would need to determine which option we were going to go with. Tyler, would you like to go with that?
Yeah, would you like to entertain a motion for discussion?
Yeah, I
Make a
guess.
motion.
Second.
So motion by Alderman Sugar, second by Alderman Benstock, floor is open for discussion.
So we propose in this memorandum 2 options for the appointment of a town attorney. As we have talked about in previous meetings, we initiated a request for proposals. During that process, our current legal counsel did not participate and submitted a notice of withdrawal. We have one law firm that has expressed interest in serving as counsel. The review committee met and looked at a couple different options during a public meeting on May 7th. We brought these options to you at the workshop last week, and then we're putting these in a more formal option for you tonight to consider. And staff does not have a recommendation one way or the other on this. We're looking for a motion from the board as to which one you want to consider. Option 1 is to appoint the law firm Spurl, Studer, and Matney out of Johnson City as town attorney. Option 2 would be continue on a month-to-month representation with our current attorney until we can find another solution or some other arrangement. So those are the options before you. Be glad to answer any questions if you have them. And the 2 resolutions are included as option 1 and option 2 in your packet.
The thing that I want to talk about in regards to this is, as y'all always say, the cheapest is not always the best option. When they had came that day, and I don't think anybody's here today with them, were they?
No.
They had mentioned that they had no experience in this type of setting. Me personally, I don't want to be a guinea pig for that. I feel like we've had good representation for every time that Calvin May has been the representation for the town in regards to town attorney. And they have the experience. They know the history, they live here, and that's just my opinion on it.
Sure. So are you amending that motion to be option 1?
I am amending to where we,
I'm sorry, option 2, I guess.
yeah,
it's
option 2, where we just keep on a month-to-month basis with May and Cal.
I like option 1. That gives us a lawyer on our own where we don't share. And everybody has to start out somewhere. And you go to law school, I mean, they research a lot, so it ain't like
I'm just wondering when they're gonna have the time to
brush up on municipal government while they're taking on their clients.
You know, I understand your concerns, but I'd like to get an attorney on board. I agree with Mr. Cross, you know, you gotta start somewhere. These people seem to be open to doing that. I would prefer to go with that law firm.
So right now, we've got a motion on the floor for, just for discussion. At this point, there, conflicting action to, somebody want to make a,
If I may add just something,
Sure.
just general point, comparing apple with apples. If the travel time is gonna be included, which it is according to this thing, you could end up with $250 every meeting they're here for travel time. Not with what they do, but if you had that $250 times the minimum of three meetings a month, you're up to $9,000 a year you're gonna pay for travel time. So the hourly rate's not gonna make up for the $9,000. I think that's something that I thought I had heard before was they were not gonna charge for.
And
But
she
now
said
I
that
see
they
in
would.
this-
I asked if
this
they were going to
attorney-
come.
This attorney, it's in your packet, says they will charge for all time spent, which means travel time, it lists travel time. So
Well,
that's
I
it.
had to ask her when she was here that day in regards if they were going to charge for travel, and they said yes. And I asked if it was going to be from their Johnson City office, and she said they might use the gentleman's home address. But
That's just,
it doesn't state what, there's nowhere stating where they're coming from. So, do we wait till we get the
just
first
a
bill?
consideration.
I
so,
believe you referenced Colonial Heights is where he
I-
lives.
Yeah, but we don't know because it's not stated on where they're going to be basing their travel from.
The
You didn't
250
write on
figure is based upon
26.
Johnson City, yeah.
Well, couldn't we specify in any agreement with them that travel time would be from,
I would want it in writing before I vote on it.
yeah?
and also, I mean, even going with option 2, that doesn't like close the door on continuing the search. If main cap want to continue, don't want to continue to go that route, it's still just giving us more time to, I guess, cast a wider net to look further to see if there's other options out there. So it's not like we're going to go through a time where we're lapsing in representation.
So that would be a third option then?
No, that's saying going with
Because
2.
number 2 would just.
It's just a month to month, because we
Right.
would still continue, we could still continue to, you go through and do another RFP, RFQ, whatever that might look like.
Okay, I misunderstood. In that case, I'll vote for going month to month. That would be my vote.
Should we do a roll call
You
on
don't,
each?
you don't have a
We don't have a motion on the floor
Oh,
yet,
okay.
that's what I'm
You
saying,
have to
we've
have
got a motion for discussion,
then-
we've got to
Yeah.
dispose of the motion. So you can amend your motion to option 2, and then Alderman Benstock can second that if he so chooses. But we've got to dispose of the motion in some way, shape, or form, so.
I'll make a motion to go
Can we
with.
table this until next month, see where we're at?
Just vote on it.
I mean, they can always submit another RFP to include like the details of where they're traveling from. Have all that in writing.
Even if we went with option 2, you could go back and look at another option the next month. It's just continuing month to
Right.
month with May and Calp for the time being.
So I make a motion to go with option 2 and just the
I'll
month to
second
month.
that.
All right, so Alderman Sugar's amending her motion to go with option 2, and Alderman Benstock is seconding that. So now the floor is open for discussion in regards to that motion. If there's more discussion. So roll call vote's going to be going with option 2 to continue on a month-to-month representation with May and Cal. Roll call, please.
If I can just raise an ethical point, first of all.
Sure.
The attorney weighing in on this is inappropriate. That puts you down a path. So I have some concern about the ethical dilemma that is put forward, there's a benefit for him by talking about what he did that puts you down a path that you just went down. So I bring that up purely for you to take under advisement. It's inappropriate for the attorney to weigh in on something that he's participating in this arena.
Let me ask this question
I
before.
would disagree. I only gave information that was in the packet that
All right.
Mr. Stables prepared that I wanted to make sure the board head was aware of. I gave no new information whatsoever, simply what was in the packet he prepared.
If this was to be tabled today, what does that look like as far as the outcome? Was the notice of ending representation, was there a time set on that, time frame on that?
No, we did not think it was appropriate to respond to the request for that.
Sure.
We have always agreed and always will help out Mount Carmel anytime they need it. We put the month in there to give Mount Carmel the time, because apparently some people thought this was going to be an easy thing. Well, they put out proposals and they got nothing back and had to finally get one outfit out of Johnson City with no experience. So yes, if you find somebody that you're happy with, we'll be happy to work with them and step aside. I'm not trying to keep the job. I'm trying to look out for Mount Carmel's interest. And I'm not sure that this request for proposals or quote unquote best practices worked out to an optimum result.
Any further discussion on that? So it's gonna, just one more time, just so everybody knows clear on what we're voting on. We're voting on option 2, continuing with month-to-month representation with Maine Cal. Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick,
No.
Alderman Cross,
No.
Alderman Schubert,
Yes.
Alderman Benstock,
Yes.
Alderman Gillum,
No.
Vice Mayor Bear,
No.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes, so motion fails.
I make a motion to accept the law firm.
I say,
A motion by Alderman, or Vice Mayor Bear, second by Alderman Cross. Discussion on that. So we are accepting this without having the travel time spelled out? Because once
I guess we're ready to take on that
once we sign the contract, unless they agree to spelling it out, we're bound by this. And that is a good point of, there's a difference between coming from Quantico Heights and Johnson City, multiple times. I would want to see that kind of put in writing of that spelled out more specifically.
Not only that, I think $125 for one way from Johnson City. No, not Johnson City. God, I can't remember it. The Colonial Heights. We should insist that the measure should be the equivalent from Johnson Heights to here, but $125 each way.
Well, that's the thing too, are we paying for their travel back to their office? Like, none of that is spelled out.
Yeah, that needs
And to be, I mean, we're blindly signing something and
Yeah,
approving
and
something by doing that. And I'm not okay with blindly.
Yeah, I think we need to reconsider that and put it in writing.
Be a good job for Tower.
But you're signing it today if you vote to pass this. You don't have time to amend it. We would amend it, then sign it.
Yeah, we would amend it and then sign it. So
Right.
it may have to be the next meeting or.
Right, because
Correct.
they have to agree to it. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
They didn't say anything about travel day.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They did.
In that meeting, I specifically asked her if her travel was included, and
They
she said
said
yes.
they would help charge us for travel.
Would it be beneficial if I amend my motion to include consideration of the travel time?
Ms. Vice Mayor, may I clarify? So you're saying your motion would be to make sure that that was spelled out in the contract before the mayor was authorized to sign the contract?
Yes.
As long as you're very specific in your motion, I think that would work. That's what we were just discussing, but that's up to you.
I'll make that motion then.
I second.
So hold on. You're gonna have to spell that out, what that.
Be specific.
I'll make the motion to accept the lawyer's terms with the inclusion of their travel time expenses to and from.
I would think you'd want to add into that a travel time policy that's agreeable to the board. Okay, in other words, not just, they give you a travel time, you're gonna take it. You might want to make that a little more specific to be the travel time that is agreeable, a travel time policy that is agreeable to the board.
And I want to put a timeline on that. Like, you give it to us within a week or something, because, and you gotta hope that they can agree to it. And then if not, then we're stuck in this place. That's why I was hoping that those items would have been put in there, being spelled out by the attorneys, because words matter in a contract. I know that, I deal with them all the time.
Okay, so the Vice Mayor wanted to amend his motion to accept with an agreeable time policy acceptable to the board.
To and from.
So it would have to be brought to the board again with if we're gonna accept their time.
Yeah, because the board,
Would have to be-
with that, just to make sure I'm clear on that, or, I'm sorry, first, does somebody second the motion? Or you're amending your original, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
So he's amending his original, and it was originally seconded by Alderman Cross, so we're on the same page. To accept with an agreeable time policy, agreeable to the board, to and from. So with that, if this contract, if we pass this, with amended even, the board's not able to agree to it before I would be signing it, right?
That's what, you'd want to make your.
You can specify your times and such that you're looking for right now.
But they have to agree to it.
And if they don't, then there's nothing to bring back to you. That's the other point. So
Well, they've got a travel policy, they're gonna bring something back, and it's just saying your signature, your agreement to sign it is contingent upon them presenting an agreeable travel time policy. It's as simple as that. And
Maybe we
whether
should
it's
go back
accept-
to that, doing it month to month until we get that document signed.
Well,
I mean, you know,
would
if we
think you're
can't
talking-
reach them, if we can't reach them this month,
We done passed that already.
Well, I mean,
it could, I mean, this discussion might take 2 months.
well, I think they would be eager to let you know what it is. I mean, I would think you could get it
Don't we have a
this
second
week,
already?
and you know.
Yeah, there's a motion
I
on
don't
the
see
second on
this,
the floor.
well, again, that's left up to the administrator.
there's already a motion on the floor that's been seconded though. So that's where you're at as a board right now, is you have a motion and a second.
Right, that's what, so do we have any further discussion on the motion to go with option 1 with the amendment of the agreeable time policy for the travel time? Any other discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick.
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Schubert.
No.
Alderman Benstock.
Yes.
Alderman Gillum.
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear.
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
No. Motion carries.
That's not what I do.
So it takes us to item number C, discussion and consideration, resolution 26679, appointment Bill Rupert as building inspector and code enforcement provider.
Make a motion to accept.
Have a motion by Alderman Sugar,
Second.
second by Alderman Cross. The floor is open for discussion.
If I remember right from the workshop, he is covering multiple cities like our previous.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will say that I've spoke with city manager from Sir as well as city mayor of Rogersville, who both talk about how great he is to work with, how good of a job and how happy they are. And as soon as we had a little bit of issue with ours, they were quick to refer him. So I do think it would be he'd be a good asset. And do we have any further discussion on that?
I will note he has already stepped in and helped people out in the interim,
I've noticed the phone call stopped, so
Yeah.
appreciate that.
and he has done an exceptional job, and people have been very pleased with what they've seen so far. So we appreciate his willingness to do that. in the
Absolutely.
Interim.
Does he have a business partner?
I do not believe he does, no.
Okay,
At this
so
point.
I don't have an issue with him with what he's doing. I commend him for doing what he's doing.
I
But
could
I don't
I
want
think, I think Mr. Staples has actually had the conversations with him. I've not had them, so I can't.
I don't want to be in the same position that we was with our previous building inspector. We only have one and he passes away. Who's going to take his spot?
We're kind of going back to that style, ain't we? It'd just be one person like
It would be
this.
no different than if we hired our own, we'd only have one. So the contracted service with Safe Built was supposed to give us depth. That obviously did not happen. We had depth, but the person was nowhere near here. They were in another state reviewing plans from a distance and couldn't go on site and review. This gentleman has a proven track record, and I understand your concern about, one of something creates nothing sometimes, but I believe that he has a proven track record over long periods of time. He stepped in seamlessly, and it hasn't overburdened him to be able to take care of his other customers as well. So I say all that to say I don't know him personally, but his professional record speaks for itself in this regard. I'm not going to tell him how to run his business or to get a partner or any of that, but he certainly has options to do those things if he chooses to.
Like I said, I don't have an issue with him being our building inspector. I just want to caution everybody that we're going to be in the same boat again if something should happen to him.
That's all.
All right, any further discussion on that resolution? Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick,
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Sugar,
Yes.
Alderman Benstock,
Yes.
Alderman Gillum,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Bear,
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes. Motion carries. Moves to item number D, discussion and consideration, amendment to wastewater treatment plant operation and maintenance agreement with Infomark LLC. Entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Sugar, second by Alderman Benstock. Floor is open for discussion on that. Jim, would you want to go over that?
Absolutely. So we've had a really good first year with Infomark. Their operation of the plant has been very effective. They've corrected some of the deficiencies that we had over the long term. The agreement is consistent with the contractual agreement of every year we visit. As Tyler said in the workshop, they came in under the CPIU number. We are adding a person because the workload mandates it. When they first came in and met with us, there was a discussion about having the number of people that he is raising that up to now. The other thing is the caps being raised unburdens the town from having to buy pumps and some of the things that we've been doing. So the adjustments that you see and the increase that you see are as absorbed through business modeling efficiency, and they perform very well as a partner to us in making sure that we're able to speak to TDEC. We're able to address things in short order instead of ducking calls or trying to navigate something that none of us know about. So that's where we're at.
Any further discussion on that?
I did have a question for Infomark about the report that they submitted.
Yes, sir.
Are you talking about the beginning of the meeting for the operations report?
Yes. If I may ask,
Go ahead.
could you explain to me, I don't understand all this jumbo about the excursions occurring in March, 22 of them?
Yes, so there were, when we took over this contract, as you may remember, there was no sustainable dewatering equipment, there was no dewatering equipment at all.
Right.
When we took over. We worked with the plans that were set in place by the engineers and the consultant prior to our start to get a loop style press from PW Tech. It was a rental unit that came in that was very out of date and past its reasonable life service. We made several different repairs working with both PW Tech and our internal maintenance team to get that feasible to bring the plant into compliance. We started officially in June of last year, and were able to maintain sustainable compliance up until that piece of equipment had major mechanical failures beyond repair that started adversely impacting the plant in January of this year. That all came to a head operationally in February this year. So there was a 6-week period, I believe, in February and March, where we had major operational issues with that equipment. During that time, they mobilized a brand new rental piece of equipment, and we were able to install that in the month of March and work through the startup with PW Tech. About the end of March, we were able to bring the plant back into compliance. We've had 5 excursions since, only on 2 days that were associated with the high rain event as we were working the solids back down. So the plant is back in compliance, and it was directly a result of that rental dewatering equipment. That has been resolved. It's been a long go with a lot of ups and downs and trials, but we have gotten that equipment dialed in, and we're able to use it for what it's meant for, and it's keeping the plant in compliance now.
Is it-
You define an excursion for them so they know what you're talking about. That'll make more sense in layman's terms.
Yeah, sorry. I'm a nerd, so if I need to step back, let me know.
As far as the press, is it belt press, screw press? Which press is it?
It's actually it's called a volute style press, but it's more common to a screw style press. It's a little bit different. It's kind of unique technology, but it's a screw style press.
Okay. That's the only question I had, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick,
Yes.
Alderman Cross,
Yes.
Alderman Schubert,
Yes.
Alderman Benstock,
Yes.
Alderman Gillum.
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear,
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes, motion carries. Taking us into item number E then, discussion and consideration MOU with Goodwill Industries, Teneva Inc.
Make a motion.
Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Sugar, second by Alderman Benstock. Floor is open for discussion on that. Tyler, would you like to go over it?
Yes, so this is a memorandum of understanding between Mount Carmel and Goodwill Industries for the placement of a attended donation center at our new recycling center at 105 Cherry Street. We had the grand opening yesterday. Even though Goodwill's not fully on board with us yet with this contract, they were there yesterday to show their support and hopeful of the board's approval. This is an additional option for our citizens to have to be able to get rid of household goods and other items, textiles, those types of things. This gives us great liability protection if you've read the contract, and it's a 2-year contract and no automatic renewals, and either party can walk away with a 30-day notice. So I'll answer any questions you may have about the specifics.
There's one thing that I think was left out with that too, is that there's no fiscal impact for the town with that, which is important to take consideration with it. So,
And it creates a job here in Mount Carmel.
Are they going to put the trailer, or are they going to have the truck like they had at the opening?
It will be a trailer,
Okay.
permanent trailer.
any other discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick,
Yes.
Alderman Cross,
Yes.
Alderman Schubert,
Yes.
Alderman Benstock,
Yes.
Alderman Gillum,
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear,
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes, motion carries. Moving on then to item number F, discussion and consideration and acceptance of a bid for Mount Carmel Park parking lot paving. What tongue twister.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
I make a motion.
Have a motion by Alderman Sugar,
Second.
second by Alderman Benstock. Floor is open for discussion. Tyler, would you want to go over that one?
Yes. So we had bids opened on May 11th, 10 a.m. for this project, which is repaving the parking lot at Mount Carmel Park and resealing the lower pavilion parking lot. This will take place after the construction improvements are finished later this fall at the bathroom in the pavilion. We got 4 bids. Glass Machinery was the lowest responsive bidder. The amount of $70,060. I've attached a bid tabulation sheet for you that shows the 4 bids that were received, and we recommend acceptance of the low bid. We have worked with this contractor before, and we know that their work is solid, and so we have no issue recommending the low bid.
Is this paving the upper parking lot since you're selling the bottom parking lot?
Yes.
Discussion on that. Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick.
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Shooter.
Yes.
Alderman Benstock.
Yes.
Alderman Gillum.
Yep.
Vice Mayor Bear.
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes. Motion carries. Takes us to item number G, discussion and consideration of acceptance of bid for FY 26-27 street paving. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Shooter, second by Alderman Benstock. Floor is open for discussion. Tyler?
So this was the second bid opening we had on the same day, May 11th, 10:15 a.m. We received, I believe, 3 bids for this project. This will be for the street paving, which includes Hammond Avenue, portions of Hammond Avenue, Main Street, Independence, Wolf Lane, Crest Street, Cherokee, Ithaca, Hunter's Run, and South Sherbrooke Circle. Those specifics are listed on the bid tabulation sheet with measurements. This was a recommendation of our public service director, and Glass Machinery was also the low bidder on this project with a price of $424,031. It was under budget. I also failed to mention the previous bid was under budget, and we would recommend acceptance of the low bid.
Any further discussion on that?
At the workshop, y'all mentioned something about some left over in paving. Are we going to use that towards another street to be paved, or?
There's around 81,000, the best I can figure, between these two that will have an extra in paving. And so I've asked Jason to come up with a list or another area, and we're going to go out for bid for that additional portion.
Okay.
So that would be that's a substantial amount of paving that we've done
Yes,
this year too. That's
it's quite a while.
any further discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Patrick.
Yes.
Alderman Cross.
Yes.
Alderman Shooter.
Yes.
Alderman Benstock.
Yes.
Alderman Gillum. Vice Mayor Bear.
Yes.
Mayor Gibson.
Yes. Motion carries. All right, so that takes into board comments. So just once again, we appreciate everybody coming out today. Had a lot of great things going on over the last month in town. I'm going to ask a few people just totally blindly to say a few things about it. So, Chief, can you tell us all the things that you've done with the school over the last month?
Just in the past couple weeks, we participated in the color run, spraying the kids after their reading celebration. We participated with field day with them. We took then the top 4 readers in the school that were black belts got to go and ride the fire truck to Dairy Cup Tuesday to get ice cream and lunch. Now I asked what the black belt consisted of and got a lot of different answers from the kids, but I can just tell you they all individually read a lot of books.
I think they were at like 200.
Yeah, it was a
They read
lot. I
about
mean, it was
200
different
books.
depending on grade level, but it was a lot. And it was only 4 kids in the whole school that did that, so pretty big accomplishment for them. And then yesterday we participated in a toucher truck with Carter Valley Elementary. Busy couple weeks.
And our police department was also involved in quite a bit of that, and they were involved with the Nerf war. And the biggest thing, I think it's great that our first responders are really out being involved, being seen in the community, and especially with the kids and stuff. I think those type of things will make an impact much farther than we'll ever know for those kids. So I just really appreciate the police department, fire department being out and involved and out being seen and visible in the community. Library, we've got the summer reading program coming up soon. Amy, you want to give us a quick plug for that?
Sure. I can keep going and not stop. We're terribly excited because this year's is Unearth the Story, so we're dealing with dinosaurs. So we would love for everyone to come up and get their picture made, because we have a T-Rex, a very large one, that's up there reading books right now. So we're starting a little differently this year. We're doing cards that, thanks to John, got those for us. They are great. And we've already handed out 280 to the kids at the elementary school, so we're hoping to have a really good program. We've got lots of activities for the kids, so lots of reading this summer.
Thank you so much for that. All right. Alderman Patrick,
Enough.
Alderman Cross,
I'm good.
Alderman Sugar,
Nope.
Alderman Benstock,
I'm good, thanks.
Alderman Gillum,
No.
Vice Mayor.
I just want to thank everybody that came out to the opening ceremony yesterday for our recycling center. I think it's a great asset to the community. John alluded to it earlier that we did have somebody to come in first thing as soon as the thing was over to use the facility. So I'm hoping that all the community, not only City of Mount Carmel, all the surrounding areas can come drop off their recyclables. And thanks to the police department for being out in the public. I've seen quite a few Facebook posts with police officers out with children with water guns and whatever else. And thanks to the fire department for their service as well.
Thank you. Jim,
I don't have anything.
Ty,
I want to say, piggyback off what the vice mayor said, appreciate everybody coming out yesterday for their grand opening. We had a lot of people on staff that helped prepare for that, get things ready. Appreciate everybody's support, pitching in for that. Our offices will be closed on Monday for Memorial Day. Hope everybody has a good holiday. And we have the budget books available. I gave those out to those of you who were here right as the meeting was started. We'll have those available for the public. It's also online. Encourage you to take a look at it. And appreciate your support as we went through the budget process, and glad to see that behind us for another year and look forward to what we can do in the coming year.
Alan.
Looking forward to a smooth transition.
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion, Alderman Sugar, second, Alderman Benstock, all in favor?